that the FBI, as part of our counterintelligence mission, is investigating the Russian government's efforts to interfere in the 2016 presidential election. And that includes investigating the nature of any links between individuals associated with the Trump campaign and the Russian government, and whether there was any coordination between the campaign and Russia's efforts. As with any counterintelligence investigation, this will also include an assessment of whether any crimes were committed.
And we're now joined from Washington by our correspondent, Philip Crowther. So, Philip, tell us more then about what we've heard so far.
From FBI Director James Comey, that is pretty much it. A bombshell, you might call it. Many here in Washington knew that this was coming. The confirmation that there is an ongoing FBI investigation, not just into how Russia might have influenced the presidential election in 2016, but how members of the Donald Trump campaign might possibly have communicated with officials in the Russian government. The FBI looking at possible collusion and coordination. Now, what we heard from FBI Director Comey is very rare. He said it in his opening statement. He got the authorization from the Department of Justice to say this, to mention that there is an ongoing FBI investigation, because usually this is not the done thing. No details so far from Comey on whether there was any type of collusion, any indications as to what type of collusion might have happened, and it is very unlikely we will get that. He said already off the start, at the very start, that he would not be able to give any more details. Now, what's going on right now in this same hearing is largely Republicans asking the two giving testimony, that is the head of the NSA and the head of the FBI, asking them about illegal leaks. This is something that the White House wants Republicans to concentrate on. Who leaked this information rather than whether there was any collusion or not. Now, the theme of this hearing will undoubtedly change when Democrats get to ask their questions. That is when we might get more details as to who and what exactly is being investigated.
And Philip, what does Donald Trump make of this hearing?
Well, he had a pre-buttal, as the term goes. He sent out tweets at 6:45 a.m. here in Washington this morning. He says, first of all, that anything that connects him to Russia is fake news, again, using that term wrongly again, because we now know there is an ongoing FBI investigation, meaning there is reason to investigate. That doesn't mean that there was any collusion, but there is a good reason to do this. What Donald Trump wants Republicans to do and the media to do is concentrate on those who might have leaked documents illegally in the past, and that is precisely what Republicans are doing right now in this hearing. Again, that'll change when Democrats get their role to ask the all-important questions. Donald Trump doesn't really want to talk about any links there might have been between him or members of the Donald Trump campaign and Russian officials in the run-up to the election. He thinks all of this is wrong. These are stories pushed by Democrats and fake news. Of course, we know now that is wrong because there is an investigation by the FBI.